Maximum Exposure proudly presents the world's most dumbest guys. Proof that man is not descended from the ape. An ape would have been smart enough to hold on. Hey, look up in the tree. It's a California condor. Oh, it's just a really dumb guy.
Ow. Oh, I'm in pain.
A rodeo dude says he's strong like bull. He's not. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but a huge guy landed on me will hurt me. Muskrat love. Muskrat hate. No shoes, no shirt, no pants, no underpants, no service. A dude finds out that don't walk also means don't climb. Hanging 10 on the 510. You gotta admire an old dude who blows himself up on purpose. Okay, we'll spell it out for you. It's the world's most dumbest guys.
I got him.
Yeehaw! Oh. The following program contains amazing displays of stupidity. We could say don't try this at home, but it wouldn't make any difference. If you're a really dumb guy, you won't listen anyway. The best place to find dumb guys is in college. At this esteemed university, students conduct some physics experiments using the swing of death. Previous experiments with the swing of death have produced some interesting results. These students are trying to duplicate their findings, but evidently they don't know jack about physics at this college. Here, a guy named Steve makes a breakthrough. He proves that a body in motion remains in motion unless acted on by an outside force.
I knew right away that it was going to go bad. I could feel that there wasn't enough tension in the rope. I could not feel or move my feet. I was pretty scared that I was going to be paralyzed for the rest of my life.
Okay, let's review. This husky dude is a body in motion. This hard pavement is an outside force. The dude is acted on by the outside force. The body is now at rest.
I cracked the back of my head open pretty good. 2 big scars. I don't know if it's because my head hit the ground twice or because the way that my head hit the ground that my head ripped open that way. It basically looks like a big Reebok symbol on the back of my head.
Shortly after the blow to the head, Steve has another scientific breakthrough. He declares, "Pi are not squared, pi are round." This Tempe, Arizona dude's a pioneer. He's the first couch surfer. Dumb guy, but we dig him. John Tim Chisholm hooks up an old couch to a pickup and goes joy couching. Full face helmet? Yeah, good thinking. But now his friends want a piece of that action. Good thing they get rid of them needless helmets. Somehow they don't get into an accident, and they don't run into no cops. Maybe there ain't no law in Tempe against dragging a couch behind a truck. The rope breaks, and they leave the couch in the street. But hey, they waste a perfectly good couch. Dudes, you could have been sitting on it, sipping a cold one, and watching Max X. All those guys you just saw can only hope to grow up to be like this man. Meet Madman Pondo. In the world of dumb guys, he's a duke, or an earl, or one of them other royal titles. This is the ultimate in extreme wrestling.
You can tell by the forehead or the arm that there's usually a lot of blood in the ring. I professional wrestle at barbed wire, glass, thumbtacks, mouse traps.
Did you say mouse traps, dude? Yeah, you said mouse traps.
Any sick little thought you come up with, I'll do. There is no such thing as fake blood. What I do is reality. I'm fighting for my life, and they're fighting for theirs.
This guy's a one-man highlight reel of dumbness. By day, he thinks of himself as normal. He'd like us to believe the dumb stuff is just all an act.
Once I walk through that curtain and the crowd used to go, and there's an adrenaline personality called Madman Pondo that tells me, hey, this is what you have to do. It's like a split personality in a way.
Yeah, that personality's split, all right. There's dumb, and there's dumber. So what drives this madman?
It's not for money. It's not for love. Of course, it's not for the women. I don't get women anymore. The reason I do what I do is because I enjoy what I do.
Madman Pondo, so do we. Long live Dumosity. That guy waving his arms at the rodeo crowd is Jason Guard. He's about to play a game of bull poker. The last person left sitting at the table wins. Jason's maybe a few cards short of a full deck.
And over here we have all witnesses.
His friends put him up to this, and he listened to their advice.
They said for me to just stay still and the bull wouldn't bother me.
The 2,000-pound bull comes storming out of the gate. Now, the amazing thing about bulls is that they have this uncanny ability to pick out the dumbest player at the table. The bull clips Jason's chair. Jason says he ain't leaving. Yeah, dumb move. Here it is in slow motion. Jason waves a chair and defiantly dares a 2,000-pound bull to come get him. Bull says, okay.
As soon as I hit the dirt went in my eyes. I couldn't see much, so I basically went with what my intuition was just get up on your feet and run as fast as you can.
So does Jason run for safety? Not our boy. He wants to stay in the poker game. So he pulls up a chair and sits on the other side of the table. He figures the bull will never find him. Now remember what we said. Bulls have radar for dumb guys. Jason gets hammered again. Here's another look at Jason being turned into a piñata.
I decided that he was probably tired by that time. So the second time I did it, I kind of figured that he wasn't going to hit me as hard, and he hit me just as hard the second time.
Yeah, good thinking. Jason's strategy did not go unnoticed. The judges were so taken by it that they gave him a cut of the prize money. Here's a guy who makes his own videotape record of his dumbness.
Hi. Welcome to the first annual Martin Carlton Stunt Special.
Martin Carlton has a Tarzan complex. He plans on leaping from one tree to another.
I don't know that a stunt like this has ever been done before.
That's because professional stuntmen are smart enough to never do this.
We're up inside the tree that I will be leaping from. As you can see, I'll be jumping from here over to that tree over there.
Yeah, sure you will, dude.
Now the thing is, these branches are pretty flimsy, so I don't really have a stable takeoff point.
Which should be your first clue not to do this. Martin's about 40 feet up in the tree, and he's just reeking of confidence.
Right now, there's not a whole lot of nerves in me. Usually I'd be nervous about something like this, but I don't feel that bad.
Let's take a moment to admire this guy. He's about 40 feet up in a tree, and he's gonna leap to another tree, and here's his safety equipment.
I had 2 pairs of gloves on.
Gloves, 2 pair.
Whoa, there goes one of them.
1.5 pair.
I'm also wearing these sunglasses for safety purposes.
Sunglasses.
Notice I have my neck wrapped also slightly to protect my neck.
And a scarf.
And the hood on to protect whatever else.
And of course, a hood.
I think I'm pretty much prepared.
Prepared to place on this show.
I'm getting a little nervous, okay? God, this is scary. A little bit. All right?
3, 2, 1. Whoa, not even close. Here's that fall in slow motion. smartin' right there. He leaps. Check out the Rocky the Flying Squirrel pose. He reaches for a branch, can't hang on, and he's eating dirt.
Let's go in and see if he's okay.
I didn't grab the tree where I wanted to. Oh, my legs.
I didn't quite get over there.
Ow.
Oh, I'm in pain. Greg, go get a glass of cold water quickly. And I need the water to wake me up, so I don't. So to just wake me up. It's like a form of shock that you go into, you start feeling nauseated and everything.
Martin, why?
I'm thinking I have to do this. I have to jump because it's too late to turn back with everything that I've set up.
Set up? Everything you've set up?
Ow. Okay, it just popped right out and it popped back in. Good. The knee, actually nothing was broken. Nothing had happened. I just had to keep it straight and give it rest. He had to do it. What was I thinking? That is actually a very popular question. I was thinking I could make it. I don't really have a stable takeoff point. There are people that will look at it and go, man, that was stupid.
I think I'm pretty much prepared.
What the hell? You know, or what are you, an idiot?
Enough said, Martin. You a dumb guy. It's Moron Central on MaxX. Next, Suburban Guy tries to make a new special friend. Attention, shoppers. Moron on aisle 5. A fool fisherman gives a wild animal the finger. His. A perfect Russian picnic. Go to woods, get drunk, watch friend fall out of tree. How dumb guys get rid of unwanted facial hair. Hey, what happens if I press this? If that ain't dumb enough for you, sit perfectly still for our MaxX list of the world's most dumbest guys. MaxX, we limbo under the bar of good taste. MaxX, choice of dumb guys all across America and the United States. Ever wonder what a typical day in the life of an average dumb guy is like? 12 p.m. Wake up and go grocery shopping. 4 p.m. Stop by the donut shop for a late lunch. Whoops, they're all out of cream fill. Guess I'll just have to find another way to entertain myself tonight. 8 p.m. Take a break from shopping. Meet friends at the laundromat. Enter dryer. Spin till giggling stops. 9 p.m. Stop by the mall with a giant box of golf balls. Fake accidentally dumping them a couple of times. This tape of pranks was actually all shot in one day by some guys in Los Angeles. And it's tapes like these that prove there's a big difference between regular guys and the world's dumbest guys. Gentlemen, we salute you. Meanwhile, in Alaska, Kevin wants to take this wild moose for a ride.
Better hurry.
Remember, a moose can kill you, but Kevin isn't gonna let any old moose scare him.
Yeah, he does. He's coming. You get that in your left hand and hold it in front of him. Get to one side of him, he probably be all right.
The guy operating the camera sounds like he's an experienced moose mounter. Kevin inches closer.
You're never gonna make it on top of him. He isn't gonna give you the room. I don't think.
That was one fine mount. Here it is again. The moose is chowing down on a bowl of grain. Kevin's kind of hanging back. Don't mind me, moose. I ain't doing nothing. Then wham! He's jumping an angry rack of antlers. The wily moose easily outsmarts Kevin.
I don't think.
It only lasted a moment, but Kevin's memories will last a lifetime. This footage from St. Helen, Michigan is just so special I won't narrate it. I'm gonna let you enjoy it raw and uncut. We like to call it the day Jim Bob and Clyde went fishing and confronted an angry muskrat.
Hey. What's going on there, huh? Come on. You ain't gonna bite. You're a mean little guy, ain't ya? Yeah, you don't want to bite me, do you? Yeah, you don't want to bite me, do you?
And that's what happened the day Jim Bob and Clyde went fishing and confronted an angry muskrat. This is your brain on Max X. Coming up, the worst breath in the United States. Getting your car ready for trade-in, the Max X way. Hey everybody, Eddie's here. Now the party can really get started. Well, maybe not. The guy who ain't gonna be jaywalking for a while. The live entertainment at the Max X office party. And if you like watching guys who are even dumber than your friends, check out our Max X list of the world's most dumbest guys. Maximum exposure. Nobel Prize winner in biochemistry. Max X coming at you. The choice of Mensa members everywhere. Now, who hasn't wanted to do this? This guy's hanging 20 feet above the street on a traffic light post.
I started shooting because I just basically wanted to see what was going to happen with him. You know, was he going to make it? Was he going to fall?
Hey, dude, you know any dance moves? Nice.
How many people do you see on traffic lights every day? Actually, I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it's damn funny. But funny time is up.
When he fell, I wasn't really concerned for his, safety because, to tell you the truth, I was laughing.
Here's that dumb guy moment again in slow motion. This guy's hand-walking a traffic light pole above a busy street. There's cars whizzing by below. He's been up there for a while. Decides it's time to head back to the end so he can climb down. But he loses his grip and slams into the pavement. Again, when he hits the ground, listen for a cracking noise. That snapping sound was the dude's ankle breaking.
What's your name, man?
Tim.
Can I put you on TV?
Sure.
Do that kind of thing all the time?
Not really.
Part of having fun?
Yeah, lots of fun. Party on, dude!
I guess he got a little hurried or something, and then bam.
So, Tim, did you learn your lesson? In dumb guy language, that would be no. Here's some footage from halfway around the world. These are your typical Russians, drunk and in the woods. And that can only mean one thing. One person climbs a tree. Then another grabs an axe and chops it down. The goal? Well, there is no goal. They're just drunk Russians. This Ruski starts up another tree. His friends throw sticks at him, so he climbs even higher. He's about 30 feet up in the air, and out comes the axe. Down goes the drunk Russian. Again, some drunk Russians at play. One climbs a tree. Okay, start chopping. Do his friends run over to help him? Hell no, they're drunk When they finally reach him, after lifting his shirt, their expert opinion is to, let him sleep it off. This is a brand new expensive gas grill. Value $129.95. This is a party animal. Value $0. Now, there's no way for us to say for sure that anyone at this college party is drunk. We can't count how many beers each person has consumed. And we can't administer field sobriety tests. But maybe this guy can be used as a gauge. Notice no one's stopping this dude. In fact, they're helping. Let's watch it again to see just how close this was to a tragedy. That barbecue grill nearly got destroyed. Our party animal's on a ledge when he loses his footing, falls, and barely misses the grill. Had he hit it, the grill could have been damaged and unusable for future barbecues. Whew! Fortunately, he hit the ground. Amazingly, he wasn't injured.
As they say, God looks after children and fools, and I'm the latter.
Oh yeah, got that right. We keep maxing on. Next, bet you can't do this. A man, some handcuffs, and a chicken. Is this so wrong? The Italian Diving Championships. Brazilian dudes play the world's most dangerous game. Morons, nothing but morons. Stick around for more on our Max X list of the world's most dumbest guys. Maximum exposure. Celebrating low IQs since 1853. You found Max X. Don't worry, we don't use no big words. Jack Hondo's a stuntman, but he only performs one stunt. We'll give him one thing, it is extremely dangerous.
Oh my gosh!
These are the tools of his trade. A rusty old ignition device and a metal plate that is supposed to protect him from a whole bunch of gunpowder.
The loose powder was in here, and a wire coming from the detonator up to this device. I would stand on here, bend over, relax, and twist it, sending a spark to the detonator, and normally the explosion comes out and all around me.
Here's what it looks like when it goes right. And here's what happened one day when it went really, really wrong.
At the time, the pipes that were welded underneath here had metal fatigue. I didn't know it. This one and this one broke loose on my left first. Then the ones on the right gave way. This flew up, slapping the bottom of my feet, breaking all the bones in my leg.
Oh my gosh! When the explosion first sounded, I thought, oh my gosh, that sounded entirely too loud. And he just kept laying there. I thought it was all part of the act until someone actually rang out the words, call 911.
Those aren't words you ever want to hear. Jack's right leg was shattered.
Oh my gosh!
His left leg was blown away and was replaced with an artificial limb. Here's a frame-by-frame look at just how close Jack came to dying. Jack stands on the metal platform and gets ready to perform a stunt he's done hundreds of times. He turns the detonator. The gunpowder erupts. There's the first faint flash of the explosion. 1/30th of a second later, Jack's body is consumed by the flash. But oddly enough, his cowboy hat's still in place. And that object soaring through the air is the heavy metal plate that's supposed to protect his body from the force of the blast. Ain't doing him much good up there.
If that steel plate had been 1/10 of an inch to my left, it would have come up, split me like a fish, and I'd have been dead instantly. I consider myself very, very lucky.
Congratulations, Max Xers. You've just learned the new definition for the word lucky.
Oh my God!
Who says you can't get a fine education in America? Where else can you learn dumb things like how to set yourself on fire than from your own high school teacher?
At the end of the year, we would get together, all the staffs would compete in the Lifeguard Olympics. So we had a most creative dive contest. They didn't appreciate it when I would do my flips and twists and whatnot. So I thought, well, I'll be a little bit more creative. I'll light myself on fire.
Yeah, that's pretty creative. But there's got to be something even more creative you can do. Sure enough, the next year, Eric not only turns himself into a human Zippo, but he also straps some explosives to his body. Go for it, dude! Here's a slow-motion look at Genius Boy in action. He lights himself on fire, then jumps off the diving board, and then right here in midair pushes a button that ignites the explosives, and he's totally engulfed in flames as he goes slamming into the water. So what do you got to say for yourself, Eric?
Looking at the videotape, seeing the size of the fireball, I knew that I was lucky in escaping any serious harm.
Did Eric hide the video of his stunt? Nah, he did what any teacher would do. He showed it to his students.
I was lucky enough to get it to stop right on the large fireball picture. They reacted pretty well to that. A large room filled with gasping teenagers that can't believe my teacher actually did something this crazy. In retrospect, I think it's probably one of the dumber things I've ever done.
Class dismissed. Meet Mike Buckner. It's his birthday. And you'll never guess what the entertainment is. No, it's not these clowns. It's this clown. This is Craig, the fire eater. Craig's just an amateur. He's got his eye on the kids' party circuit. Maybe even a career as a carny. Like all great fire eaters, Craig saves the best for last. Fire breathing. He takes a swig of lighter fluid, wipes his mouth, and lets her rip. Whoa, nice, but he ain't done. Craig's face is on fire, and it's the birthday boy who rushes over to help put it out. Let's slow it down and see what went wrong. This is Craig's first fire-breathing trick. Craig's following everything he learned in fire-breathing class, but he must have missed how not to light your face on fire day. He lets some lighter fluid spill out over his mouth and onto his face. He just casually wipes it off and hurries on to his second blow. The flame shoots into the sky and then comes flying back into his face. It ignites the lighter fluid that's on his face. And he's charbroiling. It's the birthday boy who finally rushes over, makes a wish, and blows out the big candle. And then Craig does something that's really dangerous. He has a cigarette.
We're not part of the act. We're not part of the act.
Craig, you're proof again that dumb guys should never play with matches while drinking lighter fluid. Max X is hot. Coming up, some dudes will do anything for a new car. Surfing the web ain't got nothing on surfing on trains. And take your car to a Max X licensed mechanic. Oh, did we say dumb? We meant stupid. And there's more where that came from on our Max X list of the world's most dumbest guys. Maximum exposure. TV with testosterone. Max X, TV by dumb guys for dumb guys. This dude's all smiles, but not because he just got felt up by a cop in a chicken suit. He doesn't know the chicken is a cop, or that this guy is a cop.
Not too bad, come on up. Got your, all your paperwork there?
Or this guy. In fact, every person inside this car dealership is an undercover cop. But George here's clueless. He got a letter and a key in the mail and was told he won a car. First, he checks out a half-ton pickup.
You like Dodges? It's a great product. Made in America.
He looks good to go as far as verification.
Then heads inside to see something a little bit more sporty.
That's the one we're gonna try first, right there.
That is crazy.
See yourself in that?
Ooh, that is... Whoever wins, it is these.
George is feeling really, really lucky.
Hello, sir. How are you? Could you put your hand on my back? Thank you very much.
But right about now, he's feeling really, really dumb. This sting operation netted 9 people wanted for outstanding arrest warrants. You gotta love a dumb guy who can laugh at himself.
Y'all should put this on Funny Home Video, man.
Oh, you did better than that, George. You're on maximum exposure.
I give y'all credit for this, boy. That's real, man.
Meet the Max X Demolition Man. Name, Jeff Underwood. Occupation, student. Hobbies, this.
Push it down, man. Push it down.
Everyone was pretty much getting tired of the car, and I figured just to have a little fun.
Fun means the car's gonna die. Bring on the wrecking crew.
The car was like an evil friend. We just didn't want to see it anymore. We attacked the car.
An hour later, the car is dead.
Destroying a car is very much fun. If you have all the proper tools and enough people in support, it's really exhilarating.
Oh, yeah. Attention! Attention! There's dumb guys in Brazil, too. These dudes in Brazil are hitching a ride on the side of a bus. But they ain't heading to work or school. These dropouts spend their day doing one of the dumbest things we've ever seen. Train surfing.
We decide who's best up there. The best one is the one who doesn't fall.
It's a game of high-speed chicken as they try to dodge overpasses, walls, and electrical wires.
I quit school when I was in 7th grade. I didn't feel like going back anymore. The only thing I like doing is surfing.
Well, the last time we checked, there weren't many career opportunities in train surfing. Oh yeah, and there's another downside. A lot of these dudes end up dead. Dumb guys don't know when a camera's watching them. Here's a couple of dudes in an elevator in Melbourne, Australia. The door won't shut. They press the button, but nothing. Nada. Nicked. Finally, the door's shut. They figure they should call to explain the problem. Or not.
I'm sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your call cannot be completed.
It's so sweet, they take turns kicking the phone's butt.
Please check the number and dial again. I'm sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again.
They've been in there a long time. But the elevator didn't go very many floors. They were so busy stomping on the phone, they didn't realize the elevator had stopped. Now they can't open the doors. There's only one way to get out. The phone. Whoops! Them some real dumb guys. There's something for everyone on Maximum Exposure. Especially if you like feeling superior to stupid dudes. Watch our Max X list of the world's most dumbest guys. It's X-List time. World's most dumbest guys, stand up and be counted. Coming in at number 4. It's late night. Don Lester's working alone at a convenience store. That can mean only one thing. Someone's gonna try to rob her. A guy points a gun at her and orders her to turn over all the money. Dumb guy doesn't realize that's bulletproof glass between him and Don.
I got no money. I got no money.
Open it up.
I got no money.
Open it up.
I got no money.
Open it up.
I'm on the phone with somebody right now.
Hey man, she's on the phone. Is she cool or what? The robber's determined to get the cash. He opens the door to the money tray, reaches in and points the gun at Dawn. And she grabs it.
Don't mess around with the gun.
You get that key.
Don't mess around with the gun.
You get that key.
What key?
Give it back to me.
I got no key.
Nowhere in my wildest dreams think he would open that door.
I go shit.
When I realized I have the gun, I'm not letting him have it. I'm not going to give it back to him so he can shoot me. All I know is that I put my whole body weight towards the window and the gun. And when he's pulling back, trying to pull away, I'm putting all my force of my weight towards the window.
It's a tug-of-war over the gun, and the dumb guy is losing. So what does he do? He goes soft on Dawn and pleads for her to let go.
What?
Give it, quick.
I can't, man.
I got nothing to lose.
I can't, man.
I'll bust you.
You bust, but I can't.
So, you betting on Dawn or the dumb guy? Dawn wins and the robber splits. Here's that struggle again.
He didn't think of me taking that gun away, so I just held on to it and said, hey, go for what I know.
And what Dawn knows is that no dumb guy is gonna be robbing her store. Number 3 on the X list of the world's most dumbest guys. Hello, fashion alert! What are the best dressed robbers wearing in Arkansas? Garbage bags. The guy forgot to cut eye holes in the bag so he could see. The dude's even dumber than he looks. Old bag boy splits and comes back a few minutes later. Now he's cut holes in the bag so he can see what he's stealing. And no one's ever gonna recognize him, right? Wrong. The guy worked as a security guard in this mall, and police nailed him because he could be recognized from the clothes he was wearing. Hey dude, take a bow for making the X list of the world's most dumbest guys. Number 2, coming at you from Las Vegas. Today's lesson on how not to rob a store. This guy's armed with a rifle. He orders the clerk in this convenience store to empty his register. This wannabe robber keeps checking the door, while the old man behind him keeps his arms raised. Then the wannabe robber gets a bright idea. Hey, let's put down the rifle and go for the old guy's wallet. Whoops! Let's see that again. This clerk thinks a little bit faster than the wannabe robber, doesn't he? Must have done well in the high jump in the 8th grade. His fingers are on the gun, but not enough to grab it. So he's out of there. Be on the lookout for one very dumb wannabe robber. About 6'3", very athletic, who was last seen being chased by his own rifle.
Step over here with me, please.
And the number 1 most dumbest guy on our Max X list, Dave.
Walk right over here to him.
Dave's been out drinking.
Stand right at the end of that white line there.
And he don't mind admitting it.
White line right over there. See the end of it? I want you to stand right. I want you to stand at the end of it.
Oh, there's no way I can.
Here's what Dave's really thinking.
Stand down there.
Let's take it even deeper to hear what Dave's thinking.
Stand right
in
over
the
there.
innermost chamber of his private thoughts.
Why don't you give it a try? Stand back here.
I can't.
You can't? Why not?
Well, one reason, I'm drunk, man.
Dave was driving his pickup all around Tampa, Florida.
I want you to stand there and face towards my car. There you go.
The cop caught him doing fishtails in a nearby field.
Look at you.
Yeah, look at me.
What are you doing driving a truck in that condition?
I'm drunker than a skunk.
Dave's got the answer because he's got smarts.
What's your level of education? You got high school?
I got 20 years of education. I graduated 10th grade twice.
Okay.
Dave was drinking brewskis with his buddy.
Yeah.
And so you got 20 years
His buddy took off, and Dave gets stuck having to do the drunk test.
I mean, you're going to recite it just like this. A, B, C, D, E, and so on. Okay?
Can you do that?
Sure.
I bet not.
Bet I can. Okay?
You can.
But right now, you're the one that's got to do it. Close your eyes, tilt your head back, and go ahead and recite it for me.
B,
close your eyes.
C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, O, P.
Whoops, Dave skips that tricky end.
Just in case you fall down, I don't want you. I'm going to catch you.
Oh, thanks, man. That's more than would do.
Eyes tilt
now Dave has to touch his nose.
Close your eyes.
You gonna catch me if I fall?
I'm gonna try.
You know I'm drunk.
Left. Right. Right.
Dave don't exactly pass with flying colors.
Left. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right
Here's to Dave, the world's most dumbest guy. And here's what Dave is actually thinking.
Well, it seems he finally did get the message that I'm drunk. I wonder if that'll hurt me in court. Boy, that's ironic. Speaking of irony, it's strange that the Supreme Court didn't take advantage of its last session to eliminate the Miranda ruling. After all, it was a very conservative court.
And here's to you, dudes. Max X is over.
Well, it seems he finally did get the message that I'm drunk.